we're at Chatham Town Hall in Chatham, and they call it the Brook Theatre, but I personally don't like calling it that. I think it's Town Hall. Should have stayed the Town Hall as far as I'm concerned. But anyway, that's another story. And they very kindly let me have an exhibition in one of their little rooms, and yeah, so I decided to put up paintings and pinholes and little cartoon things that I've done, and a couple of poems and stuff like that. So that's what we're doing here. There have been more people coming here to look at pinholes and paintings, as far as I'm aware. There's been sort of a bit of a fuss about the pinholes. I don't really know why, because the paintings are harder to do, and I think a bit more personal, you know, and better. The main problem with pinhole photography is that people try to be clever. You know, I get the camera and aim it at the subject, try and get it in the middle. Whereas a lot of people think need some sort of angle. You know, they've got to take a picture that has something different about it. Which is why when me and my friend did a compilation of pinhole photos, most of the ones sent in were really rubbish. I've had quite a few pinhole exhibitions before. I've had a few of the Stuckists. And I recently had an exhibition in Berlin of pinhole photos, and I've sent some out to America to be shown in an exhibition. And this is actually my first show on my own, I think, of all this stuff. Oh no, apart from Berlin, which is just pinholes, this is my first show of pinholes and paintings on my own. Painting and exhibiting is quite a lot to do with sharing. You know, it's quite. It's nice to be able to look into someone's mind a little bit and see what their life's like. Stuff that they might not, you know, talk about normally. They give you a little glimpse of what's going on in their life through the paintings. You can just silently look at it, and it's very personal, you know, and very exposed, and some of it quite raw. If you find the right artists exhibiting, that is, not someone's bed. I'd always liked painting because all my friends did it. Billy Childish is a very good friend of mine, and I went around his house a lot and saw his paintings and really liked them. Also, I could never afford any paintings, so I thought we might as well do them myself, which is something I've never understood why people buy paintings, particularly when you can just do them yourself. But I guess, you know, people haven't got time or something to do it, haven't they? This first one is called My Life, and as I may have said already, I was on the dole for many years. This is me with my drum kit, because I was playing drums and signing on, which, you know, you're not meant to do. But anyway, didn't earn that much. And these are the sort of people who would meet in the Dole office, and these are the sort of people who work there with a copy of Mein Kampf on the desk. This one is, I did a series of superhero paintings. Superheroes are the ones I started with, because I used to do them at school, and when I started painting aged 25, painting again first time since school, I thought I'd pick up where I left off, and that was superheroes. So that's why they're here. And there's a theme where Spider-Man always loses out. Batman always gets one bird, and Superman always gets two. That's the rule. This one is, I've got about 5 oil lamps at home, and now I've got a son, George, who's 1. They all have to go out in the shed. But whilst I had it, I thought I'd take advantage of painting it, and I put it on the table and did a series of paintings with, I don't know why, but there's a cigarette and an ashtray in them. I did about 10 or so. There's a few more knocking around a bit too later. And this one, I sort of had it just green with the background, but I thought I'd add in the light being thrown out because I like Van Gogh so much. And that's the sort of thing he did. This one is Rochester Castle. Another theme, once you get an idea in your head, you might as well milk it with paintings. It's so hard to keep thinking of things all the time. So I did loads of paintings with crows or pigeons in them, or magpies. and this is my one with the crow. This next painting is Aurelie, a girlfriend with a cat. It's a cat that visits everyone's house up and down the street. It's a long road I live in. And he's not that colour, but I thought that colour worked nicely with green, so he's changed colour. Aurelie doesn't really look like that, but then I'm not bothered about whether they really look like the people or not, as you'll see with my self-portraits. This is my favourite painting in the room. No one really comments on it. I don't know if anyone likes it or not. I think Bill Lewis liked it, my friend Bill Lewis. This is my favourite one. I think it's got a nice calm feeling, and I like all these paintings. I painted it quick. This one probably, I don't know, an hour or so, something like that. And I tend to draw the paintings with charcoal first, and then whack the paint on them. I've always got this feeling of I've got to finish them. You know, I don't want to have to return to it or anything, so I really try and get it finished. And people ask me, you know, why paintings cost so much, and I sort of try and explain that you have to live a certain lifestyle to be a painter. I think so anyway, and you're sort of paying for someone to live poor all their lives and then burn a bit of oil on the canvas later. And that's when I was out in Germany, and the rest of the band went home, and I stayed out there with a German girl. And in what I dubbed Hitler's youth hostel, and every morning the cleaner would burst in at 6:30, something like that I think it was, and kick me out. And I'd have this girl, this girl I met would climb in through the window. She wasn't allowed in really, so she'd climb in the window every night, and then leave, and I'd have to be kicked out at 6:30 and go and sleep in the woods because I hadn't slept. So and it was snowing while I was there, so I just had to have whiskey to numb that pain, or to get even number if you like. I didn't know at the time that it actually lowers your body temperature, but anyway, I survived it. And as I said earlier, there's the smoking thing, which I think it's just to do with there's a sort of feeling in my life anyway of you're always sort of waiting. I'm always waiting to get a job or be able to drive or to grow up or something, waiting for things to happen, waiting for the phone to ring all the time. And due to my sort of natural laziness, nothing really ever happens. I saw a friend the other day and he said he's 50 and he's just retired. And although I always say to people I retired when I left school, really I feel like I'm still waiting to get my first job and to do something normal. But I don't know, it don't look like it's going to happen. That's all right, isn't it?
Yeah.